And that is a mighty nice looking inventory right there, I tell ya. Unfortunately got these loose bits of rifle and shotgun ammo that I don't need, but that's okay. We can just sell it off later. And welcome back to Let's Play Resident Evil 4. Last time, we completed our mission in a manner of speaking. The President's daughter, Ashley Graham, is in tow. Now we just have the little matter of actually escaping from Central Europe, so let's get on that real quick. Inside this little area that we jumped into, a handful of items to collect here, at the very least a handful of barrels to break. The red herb there is always available, or that will always be in that one barrel that I broke there. Oh man, my inventory is already out of sorts, so I'm going to have to just reorganize it once again. There we go. That's looking fine. That's looking fine. We're not actually going to be using any of that TMP ammo right now, as we are actually at a point where we can upgrade the capacity for our TMP. So I can just get 100 bullets incidentally and not waste any of the bullets that I already have. Speaking of incidental things going on here, incidentally, we have a bunch of ganados waiting for us out front of the church.
Leon! Shoot those barrels on that wagon!
I'm not sure why Ashley's comment there causes the HUD to disappear, but anyway, you want to before shooting the wagon, get these guys lured, then shoot it. You should be able to take out most of them as it heads down. That guy can get caught in the explosion. He didn't this time, but that's okay. We're just going to take the safe way to take him out. And that did not work out the way I was hoping, so let's definitely quick kick this guy down before the blade can spawn out. I didn't really go over the blade plagas too much in the previous video, but these things are far and away the most dangerous variant of this type of enemy you can encounter. That blade swings wildly, and as long as you are standing near the parasite, you are at risk of being hit by it. No matter what's happening to the host, even if they are stumbling, even if they are on the ground, the blade can still hit you, and it hits hard. Take these guys as seriously as possible. It even makes meleeing them pretty risky, because you can still get hit while they are stumbling around from being shot, so yeah, do not underestimate these guys. Now, something important to note is that you can actually go back in the church. And there's a little, kind of Easter egg, kind of secret, I guess, that's easy to miss here. Those guys that shot at us with the crossbows in the cutscene, they're still waiting for us in the church. And we are going to want to just try and take them out before they can shoot at us. So do that. Let me reload here. One nice thing, since we're using the Punisher here, if they do squeeze a shot off, the Punisher will shoot right through it. We are just going to take these guys out with bullets. Let's get Ashley in a safe spot here. We can use the call button there to make her wait. There we go. Nice. Lined up perfectly so that the Punisher will take them down. Let's just get this guy, ideally. We are going to actually knife him in the knees, then shoot this guy in the knees. I was hoping I could do something special there. But there is something nice if you come in here and kill these guys. We'll eventually be seeing more of these types of enemies like— Yes! Oh, yeah! These are the Zealot-type enemies. You don't typically encounter them until Act 3, and they have a unique melee you can use on them. And indeed, every enemy type except the basic ganados that can be meleeed will have the suplex for their knee stun as the option. The suplex is nice because if you kill an enemy with it, it prevents their head from bursting open, spawning the parasite. This guy, the one on the left also, he drops 5,000 pesetas, so a little bit of extra treasure if you take the effort to fell these guys. Very, very nice. Much appreciated there. I'll take every little bit of money I can get, even though I'm not using it. Trust me, once I do start using it, it is going to go quick. Just another little bit of trivia while we're running through here. If you happen to have not shot any of the medals here, at the very least, if you left the one at the base of that path leading to the church unshot, if you shoot the cart into it, its explosion will actually detonate the medallion for you, and that counts for it. We saw that earlier when a guy with dynamite just blew up himself and a medallion for us. Spinel in that bird's nest there. Some of the bird's nests that have respawned do have items for us in them, and a pack of handgun ammo in this one. Going to reload the Punisher here for a very particular reason, and not anyone you might ever be able to guess. The merchant that we previously transacted business with, since we did not kill him, I mean, why would you even do that? He is here once again for us to just interact with him, sell some stuff, get some more money that we're not using right now, except we actually are. I'm going to be selling the Punisher right now, and I actually fully loaded it because the game does deduct the difference of how much it would cost if it doesn't have the ammo, and it does deduct that from the sale price. So I figured, you know what, may as well get the full 15,000.
I'll buy it at a high price.
Indeed, indeed. Sell the Punisher to him, and the reason I'm doing that is because the merchant now has a new handgun to sell us.
I'll buy it at a high price.
I just gotta let him say that every single time. So let's take a look at his newly sold item here. By the way, I keep forgetting to mention this, but the treasure maps in Resident Evil 4 HD, all future re-releases of the game, actually, the treasure map for the village only cost 3,000 pesetas. In the original release, all treasure maps in the game cost 10k, but their prices were reduced slightly across the game, with the Act 3 treasure map, or the treasure map that's introduced in Act 3, costing 6,000 pesetas, and I believe the final one is, I want to say it's 9,000, but it might still be 10k. Doesn't really matter that much, but I keep forgetting to mention this, so I may as well just highlight it here while we are buying the Red 9.
A choice of an avid gun collector. It's a nice gun, stranger.
Indeed it is, indeed it is. A fairly popular handgun, to say the least. The Red 9 is the power handgun of Resident Evil 4, and let's see, we're going to actually have to move our handgun ammo off to the side a little bit here. The Red 9 is the biggest gun in terms of how much space it takes up in your case. It is also the most unwieldy gun, with the least accuracy, most sway, and highest kick from the recoil. But conveniently, there is a stock for it, much like how the TMP has a stock, that greatly reduces that. So we're going to check that out. And I do not plan to use the Red 9 permanently. I actually do prefer its other alternative. There's two handguns that people like for the endgame, the Red 9 and the Blacktail. We'll be seeing the Blacktail once Act 3 begins. But for right now, the Red 9 is such an upgrade over the Punisher and the basic handgun that I really do just want to switch to it. And I'm actually going to buy some upgrades for it. We've got all this money, so we may as well use it. And I like to buy the Red 9's upgrades while I have it, because it is a pretty considerable boost, going from 1.4 power to 1.7. The firing speed especially is important because it is otherwise slower than a basic handgun. Get the reload speed up also to make it safer to reload, and of course increase the capacity to 10, so it just has the same capacity as a basic unupgraded handgun. Had we been using the handgun up to this point, it would definitely compare poorly to this upgraded Red 9. Now, we are also going to get some TMP upgrades. We've got a firepower upgrade, increasing its DPS to 6, which is pretty significant, and is definitely going to come in handy later. And we can get a bunch of bullets for it by increasing its capacity to 100. This is the last capacity upgrade we're going to see for it for quite a while, as the capacity upgrades for the TMP are pretty heavily staggered throughout the game.
Is that all, stranger? Thank you.
Alrighty.
Come back anytime.
We'll never come back to this location again, but I appreciate that you keep an open door for us. So let's take a look at the Red 9 without its stock equipped real quick. So as you can see, pretty shaky, and there's quite the kick to it. Very satisfying sound of it being fired, though. If you equip the stock, though, this goes from the least accurate handgun to the most accurate handgun. Actually pretty solid for distance shooting. Doesn't have, well actually its handling is also pretty decent, so just a pretty solid upgrade all around over what we have been using. I also forgot to sell that shotgun and rifle ammo, so I better get rid of that, because that's just taking up needless space. Alright, catch you later, merchant. I appreciate all that you do for us. Let's continue on here. Heading back through this way, I believe I mentioned this in the last video, but going into Act 2, pretty much all the crates and barrels that we had broken previously have respawned, so we have a second chance to get supplies from most of them. Some of them, like so many others, have fixed supplies in them, so that is also a nice way to help us out here. Break open this barrel here. I want Ashley to be behind me, because we do want to shoot this lantern. The previous lantern doesn't lead to anything, but this one has a freshly loaded spinel in it. This is not the same spinel as we collected previously, so you do miss out on one if you do not grab the one in 1-2. So keep that in mind for your own playthrough. Another little bit of money there. I was not trying to shoot you, Ashley. I just wanted to do a quick reload. The Red 9 does boast quite a bit of power, but we still want to keep it fully loaded at all times, because it's not enough to just completely decimate the Ganados at this point. We are going to hit this guy with a quick headshot, kick him down, and we do want to be a little bit conservative with our ammo, so I will do some knife action here. Now, I do like this part of the game quite a bit as far as it goes for atmosphere, because this is one of these sections of the game where I feel like there is such a good feeling of tension here. You know, it's dark, especially in the SD version. The oversaturated colors kind of do diminish the effect in the HD release, but in this version, it's dark, you got the spooky music. Ganados are posted in locations, but you have struggled to see them in the distance. It's just a wonderful section for this game's atmosphere, and when I was a teenager, it did actually kind of intimidate me a bit. Of course, the effect is somewhat diminished by me yapping over it, but, you know, that just kind of comes with the territory of horror game LPs, so hopefully you don't mind it too much. You appreciate what I'm trying to say here. As you can see, the path to Mendez's house has been completely boarded up, so that is I guess I better find another route. That is a backtracking option we do not have, but there are plenty of crates to break throughout the town, so we may as well bust them all open. Originally, I was actually going to forego this and just speed through to the next area, but it probably would be a good idea to do some of this searching here in order to make sure we have enough TMP ammo for later, and if there's the potential to get any grenades, that would also be much appreciated. We have a famously tricky section coming up at the end of this part here, so better make sure we are as prepared as possible for it. Going to just slowly open the door here so I don't attract the Lady Ganado waiting outside. We were able to spot her, so we know she's waiting for us. Grab this handgun ammo over here. Now I'm gonna kick through, because I don't really care if she hears me at this point. Bust this box open as well. Hey, we are doing well on pesetas, especially because we just spent a bunch of them. It's pretty appreciated. Go for the kick here. We will want to explore all the houses before we're done for here. Be mindful of if anyone is coming up behind you. And no one was, so I was being a little needlessly cautious there. But better safe than sorry, right? Check out all the stuff over here. Does not look like we have any respawned handgun ammo here. Sounds like I got somebody's attention and he's slamming on the door. Or slamming on a door, at least. I don't really care too much about that. Over here, we do find some fixed TMP ammo where we previously got a grenade, so technically something of a downgrade, but TMP ammo is also something we want a lot of. Whoa! Dang! I knew he was coming, too. I had heard him just rooting around at the door, and I let him get me uncontested there. Unfortunate, but hey, not the end of the world. Nobody's expecting perfection of me, and it would be pretty boring if I was perfect all the time, so I like to think I demonstrate some pretty fun strategies regardless. Alright, next thing we gotta check out here is the house, and then the last thing we'll need to check is the bell tower once again, as there is a new item available for us there. Just some pesetas here. More pesetas. Well, at least we're gonna be rich after this second trip through the village. Again, previously I considered just speeding through this, because this isn't super necessary. But again, any chance at TMP ammo, I should probably take it. To save a little bit of time here, I'm going to have Ashley wait at the bottom of the bell tower, because if she follows up after Leon, she climbs pretty slowly, and then we have to catch her. Just wastes a bunch of time to do that, so we'll just have her wait. Grab the spinel here, jump on down, and hopefully not Goomba stomp Ashley in the process. Did not, so doing pretty well there. You're looking fine, Ashley. She knows to keep her head clear. Also, be sure to shoot any bear traps here. Ashley will gladly walk into them if you guide her in their path. As you can see, pretty effective damage coming through from the Red 9 here. Significant upgrade in the DPS over the Punisher. We'll definitely want to keep that loaded up. All of the different handguns have different sounds they make when you fire them. I find the Red 9 to be the most satisfying, personally. Let me know what your favorite handgun sound effect is. Okay, I think that is the last crate we were able to break around here, so once again, I'm just going to get rid of all these bear traps so we don't have to worry about Ashley accidentally killing herself. We're just going to send this guy to the canvas. Well, yeah, not canvas, but you know what I mean. And, of course, he is a parasite. Now, there is a easy way to defeat parasites, but it is not super economical, so I'll save it for later when I show it off. If I remember correctly, I'm probably misremembering, honestly, but I just want to check these. I feel like there's a new memo we can find at some point in this section. We are going to have to travel back through the farmstead once again. If you remember, there was a big door that we weren't able to get through, but Leon said that if he had help from someone else, just maybe he could find a way around it. Heading heading into the farmstead, we'll also have a new mechanic coming up here. A dumpster. Ashley, in the dumpster. In various areas throughout the game, you will find dumpsters that you can just unceremoniously shove Ashley into. Ah, there is indeed a memo over here. Let's break this first and get some handgun ammo, and let's do a little light reading. But yeah, you can shove Ashley into the dumpster. The enemies will never check that. She is completely safe while she is in there, and if you are a considerable distance away from her, well, I'll show it off later. For right now, Sarah and the third party. The whereabouts of Sarah are still unknown. Most likely he's using an old secret passage taught to him by his grandfather who used to hunt in this region long ago. I'm pretty certain that he's hiding our property somewhere in the forest. If his grandfather was still alive, I would have used him to find Sarah. But how did he find out about the egg injected into his body? And the fact that he was able to remove it before it hatched is concerning. Another factor that concerns me is that Sarah escaped our property just before the American agent arrived. I don't believe that was just a coincidence. There has to be another player involved in this. In order to settle this whole situation, we have to capture Sarah and wait for the effects of the drug to wear off before we inject him with another egg. Once this is done, whoever is behind all of this will surface. Nobody shall interfere with our plans. Those who do shall suffer severe consequences. Looks like we got another note from Mendez there, and once again, alluding to a third party who, of course, since we've already checked out separate ways, we know it's Ada who is the third party, though what her exact connection is with Luis hasn't been established yet. Thankfully, you can tell that a parasite isn't going to burst out there if they do that little writhing when their head explodes. That is a just convenient shorthand to know that they are well and truly dead. Want to be careful here. Shoot this guy in the leg as he runs. Ah. Not a bit of an awkward angle to take them on at, so definitely my bad there. Very much wasted a bunch of ammo. Ooh, boy. Your ducking skill is admirable, but did not really help you out too much. There we go. Do the kick here. There we go. Nice! Critical kick. And then we can just finish this guy off real quick with some knife slashes. There we go. I was worried that he might actually get a hit off, but thankfully was able to finish him off, no problem. Now, we've got a couple more people hanging out over here, so I am just going to take advantage of our good distance shooting with the Red 9 to take them out. Okay, that one burst into a parasite. Fortunately, she's not too eager to actually move from her spot. Man, I am having a rough time today. That's okay, though. Hey, we got plenty of handgun ammo, so why don't we make good use of it? Ooh, another Plagas. Let's just take this down once again. Like I said, you don't want to take these guys too carelessly. I'm actually going to back up a little bit. It's a little close for comfort. Thankfully, the Red 9 has a decent enough critical hit rate. You can actually kill the parasites with body shots. It just takes a lot more damage as they have a ton of HP, so don't expect it to be a quick and easy affair. And the Plagas villager up there, they are not actually going to drop down. As a matter of fact, I don't think they'll actually move until we move up to their level at all. Good idea to destroy all the, or activate all those bear traps there. Because once again, Ashley will gladly step into them if you leave them in her path. I'm kind of tempted to just use that green herb real quick, because would just top me off. And as a matter of fact, yeah, I'm just going to smoke that real quick. There we go. It's a good thing that we have 3 grenades at our disposal, because we're going to be finding one later on in the level, and we'll probably want to use a couple of them for the difficult sequence. Let's make sure our gun is fully loaded here. I'm actually going to just whistle for Ashley real quick. Yeah, you can just whistle from anywhere. She'll hop out of the dumpster and catch up to us. Like I said, this one is just going to wait for us until we come out of here. Come on. Ah, a little bit off center there. Come on, come on. Oh my goodness. I should probably get closer, honestly. There is such a thing as too far away. Unfortunately, that money despawned there. And that is that one taken care of. How much handgun ammo do we have left? Yeah, we're using up quite a bit of it, but that's okay. This is what we have it for, right? I'm just going to shoot this guy while he's down here. As you can see, Ashley has caught up while we were still taking care of things. Oh my goodness. We're having pretty bad luck with that, honestly. Once again, just taking out all the bear traps here while we wait for this guy. It's not exactly being the most expedient enemy in the world. Okay, we're just going to try and blast through this guy. I'm almost tempted to whip out the TMP, because one funny way you can deal with these things is just aim the TMP at their cranium, and you're going to be putting out so many bullets. The odds that one of them will just score a crit within a second is actually pretty decent against these things. Once again, Ashley will not jump down unassisted, so we do have to catch her there. Or you just use the ladder, Ashley, come on. Don't forget that there are crates in here, so may as well pop these open real quick. Get a whole bunch of money, 2,000 pesetas. Every little bit helps. Like I said, money goes fast, so be thankful for every drop you get. Hey, a flash grenade. This will also be handy. And with Ashley in tow, we have the new piggyback option. Just send her up and over. Alright, now seriously, Ashley, you wouldn't drop down from the previous area, but you'll drop down from this? Come on.
I opened it, Leon.
Much appreciated. And through here we go. Alright, this is what's coming up here is one of the more famously difficult sections of the game, so let's see how I handle it, because doing this without a shotgun, not exactly going to be the easiest thing in the world, but I think I can manage with what I've got here. Fortunately, my ammo situation for the handgun is not as dire as it might seem at a first glance, and we'll go over why when we get there. There is another merchant here, but no changes to his wares, just one last chance to buy any upgrades you may have in queue, but you didn't have money for previously. We did get quite a bit of money on our way here, so very likely you could afford at least one or two.
Leon, I have some bad news.
I'd rather not hear it.
Well, I'm afraid I have to tell you anyway. We've lost contact with the chopper. Someone must have shot it down, though we can't determine who.
Great.
We're prepping another chopper for you. Meanwhile, I want you to head towards the extraction point.
Got it.
Well, that is unfortunate. Should have figured that this would not be as easy as just walking to a cabin in the middle of nowhere. Hey, that is a pretty nice cabin, though. Let's get a closer look at that.
What are we gonna do, Leon?
Hate to say it, but we're sandwiched all right. Quick, in that cabin!
Leon! Small world, eh? Well, I see that the president's equipped his daughter with ballistics, too.
How rude! And I don't believe there's any relevance with my figure and my standing. Who are you?
Oh, excuse me, Your Highness. Perhaps the young lady might want to introduce herself first before asking someone his name.
Her name's Ashley Graham, the president's daughter.
Is she... well, you know...
Don't worry. She's cool.
Never mind. There's supposed to be some kind of obvious symptom before you turn into one of them anyway.
Look!
Ashley, upstairs!
Okay, it's game time.
Time for the cabin siege. This is a pretty tough section of the game. We are pretty quickly going to find ourselves beset upon at all angles. We're going to immediately barricade that first window with the cabinet there, and then we are going to quickly just run around and collect all the items in the cabin. Some shotgun shells that I can't use right there. Heading up top, we will find a bunch of grenades, a flash grenade. We will also find another green herb over here, an incendiary grenade. Oh, I'm actually out of inventory space, but that is okay. We can just use up some of our, or combine some of our herbs here to create more space. That is one very annoying thing about the Red 9 stock. It takes up 3 spaces, so it's a bit of an awkward item to fit into your inventory. There we go. That should prevent any further problems. Let's grab this grenade right here, and if you check this cabinet right here, Ashley's hiding in here, so she'll be completely safe while we're dealing with all the besieging ganados. Now that that's taken care of, we are actually going to start shooting through the windows here to take care of some of these guys. There we go. Luis has a red 9 of his own, and once one of the windows is broken through, he will start dealing with some of the guys coming through for us. Whoa! A little too close for that one there. So what we're going to do here is let's use up a red herb, and we are going to whip out our TMP, and this is going to be our main way to deal damage here. We've now got a whole bunch of extra DPS on this, so that is going to be very wonderful for us. Whoa. Hey, let go of Luis there. We've got 2 parasites. Time to show off the special effect of flash grenades. Chuck a flash grenade at parasites. Boom! There we go. Luis will periodically throw ammo to us as well. Nice of him to do that. It's a good thing we've got so much TMP ammo. Not going to be in a hurry to actually kick any of the enemies that I stun there, because, of course, we can take advantage of the stun to prevent them from, causing us any problems. There we go. Now that that's done, I'm going to actually hole up on the stairs here and let these guys come towards me, and we can just use this as a little kill zone. Alright, got enough of them down there. I'm going to take a grenade right here. I'm just going to chuck it over the banister real quick, and this will get rid of a bunch of them. There we go. Nice. Don't worry about Luis. He is immune to explosions, though he is not immune to your gunshots. Be mindful of that. That specifically is a bit of a problem. Luis is Luis, get out of the way! Oh my goodness. There we go. Nice headshot from Luis there. Get some TMP ammo there. I'm going to take this opportunity while Luis is covering me. Damn it. I'm fine, I'm fine. I was hoping you would shoot all the guys who were going to attack me there. Not bad, not bad. Okay, send that down. Alright. Take that opportunity to load up real quick. There we go. Let's see here. Let's just do this real quick. Throw a flash grenade down. Ugh, that's unfortunate. Luis can also periodically throw you herbs, if the RNG is kind enough, now that we don't need the TMP as desperately. Let's just use the red 9 here. Take this opportunity to reload it. Once enough time passes, you probably heard that window shattering right there. Yes, guys will start climbing in through the windows. Whoa! Alright, let's start dealing with these ladders right here. Thankfully, Luis will be quite helpful and actually still man the staircase for us. Let's just take this guy out quickly with the TMP, and then send this ladder down. And this sequence ends after you kill enough enemies. I think you have to kill about 30 enemies. Oh, goodness. Let me see. Okay. Yeah, I've got plenty of flash grenades here. Let's just get these guys out of here. Nice thing about the flash grenade there, also, is that it just sent the guys climbing up the ladder, skittering back down. Whoop. Let's use our TMP here. TMP is great for staggering enemies and setting up melees, so... Luis, get pushing that guy out of the way. Goodness gracious. Whoop, hey, no, you ain't. There we go. Just barely stopped him from getting in. Let's take advantage of the ammo that is spawned in here. Because we've been using the TMP pretty consistently, the game is going to be a little bit more generous with dropping it here. Send that guy out. Do not care to kill you for any items, my friend, so we'll just deal with it. Nice. Good work, Luis. It's always funny to just see those guys go flying down. Nope.
Looks like they're backing off.
So, what do we do now?
The bridge I crossed to get here's out, so I guess we have no choice but to keep moving.
I forgot something. You guys go on ahead.
Luis.
And there we go. Not the cleanest I've ever had that go, but only 2 full heals used, so that's actually pretty good for that sequence there. And we managed to get out with, what, 3 flash grenades left? That's actually very important, because I'm going to need a couple flash grenades for another thing we're going to be dealing with as soon as we start Chapter 2-3. Only had to use 1 frag grenade also, so we are doing quite wonderful on the grenade economy. Overall, pretty good stuff, pretty good stuff. Let's update our save here, and this time around, I actually do want to cut over to the HD version, because there is a couple things I'd like to go over now that we have Ashley on our side, as well as the fact that the Red 9 is available. So why don't we work our way over to Resident Evil 4 Ultimate HD Edition. Alright, here we are in the Ultimate HD Edition, and first and foremost what I'd like to show off is the costume that Ashley is wearing, should you be on Special Costumes 1. I always see this referred to as the pop star outfit. I'm not really sure if it's based on anything specific, but I suppose it does vaguely look like something you'd see like, I don't know, Britney Spears or Ashley Simpson wearing in the early 2000s, so I guess that's the impetus there. Only other thing to note about it is because Ashley is wearing pants in this outfit, there is no pervert reaction should you happen to look up her skirt or find your head underneath her in some way. Regardless, that is the only thing I want to load into this file to show, so let's load up a different file. I have a round 3 here with the Special 2 costume set. Special 2 is a bit more interesting. So the Special 1 costume set has a mechanical benefit for Leon. His RPD outfit replicates the effect of the tactical vest item. For the Ultimate HD Edition, or rather starting with the PS2 editions, of course the Special 2 costume set was added, and that gave Leon his gangster outfit and Ashley a suit of armor. And the suit of armor has a very unique effect for Ashley. This makes Ashley completely invincible. There is no way to kill her. Note that normally, one shot with anything from Leon will result in Ashley instantly falling over. But Ashley, completely immune to almost all sources of death inside this suit of armor here. And in fact, we didn't get to see it, but enemies can attempt to abduct Ashley by just grabbing her. Only mostly unarmed enemies will do this, but there's a couple other enemies that are programmed to do it. If they grab her while she is wearing the suit of armor, the armor is just too darn heavy for them. They will not be able to get Ashley whisked away into their own safety. Also note that we have the Chicago Typewriter special weapon here. The Chicago Typewriter is an infinite ammo machine gun that normally has a standard reload animation when you are using it with any other costume. With the gangster costume, though, it gets a Tommy gun drum attached to it, giving it a more distinctive look to it, and also it has a unique animation should you attempt to reload it, so why don't we just try that? As you can see, Leon just adjusts his dapper hat there. But if you adjust the hat just enough times... Leon being the badass that he thinks he is. It looks a little bit better if Ashley is not standing in the way, but yeah, just a fun little detail of the Chicago Typewriter, if you're playing with this costume. Chicago Typewriter is probably the most broken of the New Game Plus weapons, having a really great firing speed of 0.10, same as the TMP, but this does 10 damage per shot. Its DPS is 100. Absolutely insane, so very wonderful weapon to have. I would also just like to highlight that when Ashley is wearing the armor, she will just be clank, 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 clanking along as you walk. It's kind of funny, but I can imagine it getting annoying very, very quickly. Regardless, what I want to show off here is I just want to hit up the merchant real quick, and I'm going to reload this file, or not save this file at all, so I'm just going to chuck that weapon there. We'll go over what that was in due time. Eventually, I'll show off all the New Game Plus weapons, but for right now, I'd like to buy the Red 9 in Resident Evil 4 HD. And it's very subtly different. Just take a second here to examine it, and let me know if you see anything different about it compared to when we got it in the GameCube version. You see it? In the in future releases, starting from the NTSC-J version of Resident Evil 4, or Biohazard 4 for the GameCube, the Red 9 was buffed. Its firepower was actually increased at all levels. Instead of starting at 1.4, it starts at 1.6. Its exclusive upgrade was also greatly buffed to make it just a very, very effective endgame option. Quite good here. As you can see, instead of going to 1.7, it goes to 1.8. So the relative value of this upgrade is lower, but if you're doing the all handgun methods like I'm doing, I'd still recommend purchasing all of these. But yeah, the firepower increase for the Red 9 is at its most prominent when you get to the end of the game. Goodness gracious, sorry. But that is something that we will just go over in due time. But just note that I actually do find the Red 9 to probably be, at the very least, it's a more worthwhile gun to commit to in the future releases of the game, compared to the original GameCube release, where I don't actually think it might be all that worth it to commit to it, because the drawbacks of the gun don't really justify the firepower it provides in the original NTSC GameCube version. But, again, we'll go over that in due time. Alright, that is everything that I wanted to show off for now. Let me see. There is one more funny thing I can show off in the village real quick. Or actually, I can show it off right here. So what we're going to do is we're going to climb up here. And of course, let Ashley follow us. But instead of going out the door, let's just jump down here. And Ashley's going to insist that we catch her, so... yeah, a little rough on Leon's back when she's wearing the suit of armor. He takes the rest of the strain to his knees and back like a champ, but that one in particular is pushing it for him. Alright, that's everything I wanted to show off. As always, I hope you enjoyed watching, and I hope to see you in the next video. Until then, though, goodbye.
I don't dispute the doubts you've outlined, but it's my right to waste your time.